Welcome to day 3 of the Fear Challenge. Today, we're stepping into one of the most basic human fears, the fear of darkness. But it's not just the darkness itself, is it? It's the unknown within it. The things we can't see, the shadows that play tricks on our minds. We've all experienced the unsettling feeling of being in a dark room, where every sound feels magnified, and every corner hides something mysterious. Today, we're going to explore why darkness triggers fear, and how we can step into the shadows with confidence. Darkness has always symbolized the unknown. In the absence of light, our minds create stories to fill the void. What's in that corner? What could be lurking just beyond our sight? But here is the interesting part. Most of the time, it's not what's actually in the dark that scares us, it's what we imagine could be there. Our brains are wired to avoid danger, and when we can't see what's around us, our minds create fear to protect us. But often, the danger isn't real. Think about it. How many times have you been afraid of the dark, only to turn on the light and realize there was nothing there? The fear wasn't in the room itself, it was in your mind. This is a powerful metaphor for many fears in life. Often, it's not the situation itself that's terrifying, but what we imagine it could be. So, how do we learn to face the darkness, both literally and figuratively? One way to conquer the fear of darkness is by breaking it down. When you're in a dark room, you can't see the whole space at once, but a flashlight can show you what's right in front of you. It's the same with fear, you don't need to tackle it all at once. Focus on what's immediately in front of you, one step at a time. By doing this, you reduce the power that the unknown holds over you. Slowly, the darkness starts to feel less overwhelming. Another way to handle the fear of darkness is by learning to sit with it. Instead of immediately trying to escape, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply, let your body relax, even in the presence of fear. You'll notice that when you stop resisting, the fear starts to lose its grip. The darkness might still be there, but your reaction to it changes. You're no longer running from it, you're standing with it. This is a crucial step in learning to manage fear in any form. Acknowledge it, but don't let it control you. Darkness can also teach us valuable lessons. It forces us to rely on senses beyond sight. In the dark, we become more aware of sounds, feelings, even our own thoughts. Sometimes, it's in the shadows that we learn the most about ourselves. Ask yourself, what is the darkness trying to show you? What fears have you been avoiding? By confronting them head-on, you take away their power. Here is something to remember. Even the smallest light can chase away the darkness. When you face a fear that feels overwhelming, like stepping into a dark room, it helps to find your own light. This could be a comforting thought, a tool you use to feel safe, or simply the reminder that fear is temporary and can be managed. It's not about eliminating darkness. It's about learning to navigate it with confidence. The truth is, fear doesn't disappear by avoiding it. It grows. But every time you face it, every time you step into a dark room, confront an uncertain situation, you take back control. And eventually, what once seemed terrifying becomes just another part of life that you can handle. Remember, darkness is not the enemy. It's just another challenge to be met, another unknown to explore. So, here is today's challenge. Find a dark space, maybe it's a room in your house, or even a walk outside at night. Sit with that darkness for a few minutes. Notice what comes up for you. What fears arise? What stories does your mind create? Then, breathe. Remind yourself that fear is just a reaction, it's not the reality of the situation. Take small steps to explore the space, and watch how the fear begins to fade as you take control. Today, you've stepped into the shadows. You've faced the unknown, and whether you realized it or not, you've taken a step toward mastering fear. The dark room isn't so frightening anymore, is it? Remember, fear thrives in the unknown, but so does growth. You have the power to bring light into any dark space, both in your environment and in your mind. See you tomorrow for day 4 of the Fear Challenge.